well, we're going live. Can you say something?
They're,
Yeah, okay,
they're
okay. Audio's
hypothetically live. They're
hypothetically
maybe
live.
live.
Also, did we upload last week's episode to YouTube? I don't remember. I
Yep,
don't think
we
I
did.
did.
We're all
Okay.
good.
Okay, I'm like, I don't remember doing that. Did we?
Yeah. I actually double checked before the show because I couldn't remember either, but
Okay,
we
I'm
did.
like-
We're all good.
I'm recording all of these locally and then not even uploading them half the time. Half the time it's me still.
That's fine.
Whoops. Yeah, it's working out.
hmm
So yeah, we're actually live now. So hello everyone.
Yep. Hello. Welcome to Shenanimegans Season 3, Episode 6.
We're
Halfway
still
through.
going. And we
Yeah.
dropped frames for the first time ever while streaming. 59
Oh.
frames.
Dang.
Let's drop 10 more. Let's go.
Come on. Of course.
Alright, so this week was a doozy.
It was.
Coo.
Coo.
That's all I can say. It's coo. It's
Yeah.
like first floor deserved better, and now just coo.
Cool.
Coo.
Cool.
Sounds like we're birds now. Just like coo,
Yeah.
coo, coo, coo.
Cool.
Goddamn pigeons.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So if we want to start with some news,
Yeah.
the first one I think
thing
is
up.
yours.
Yeah, it's more. If I remember, more about the Junji Ito collection anime. It was originally going to have a January 7th premiere, but they moved it up a couple days. That's
Yeah,
going to
it's
be on
the
January 5th.
now. Woo,
Yeah.
2 days faster.
I don't think they gave a reason why, but they
Oh,
just did.
they're saying what all of these characters are from.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Fuchi from Fashion Model, Toro Oshikiri from Oshikiri Idan, Tomi from the Tomi series, Soichi from the Soichi series, Handsome Man at the Crossroads, Shibiti no Koiwazirai, I butchered that, and Yuko from Namakuji Shoujo, or Slug Girl, or whatever.
Mm.
Slug Woman. So,
Yeah.
we have a better idea of some of the stories they're going to be doing, I guess. They said they wouldn't do what's basically on there, but, I mean,
Yeah.
they're revealing cast on those ones, so.
hmm So, of course, they're going to do those.
Yeah, I just realized the, Hozumi Goda from Higurashi no Nako Ko Nikai is serving as sound director.
Oh.
And, Higurashi has some brutal noises in it, so
Oh.
that is a horror classic.
Yeah.
So,
Well, if anything should have some brutal noises, it is some Junji Ito
yeah,
stuff.
some good bloody squelches and
Oh, yeah.
not as good as the Five Kids dubbed Casey and Friends though.
Oh, nothing will ever be that good.
I'm going to the fiesta. No, it's got cheese. I fucking quote that all the time, and people look at me like I'm an idiot. I just like every once in a while, I'll like just like get food. I'll be like, no, it's got cheese. Or I do that in League too. If I get cheese,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh. Oh no.
alright. So
Yeah. Anyway.
yeah. Besides that, we have some more information about Seven Seas Ghost print, or their new imprint, Ghost Ship. It's going to be getting distributed through Diamond Book Distributors. They have the exclusive worldwide distributor for their new imprint. And as it's talking about Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs and World's End Harem. And that was the other thing I was going to mention that I forgot. Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs is getting an anime.
Oh.
It's going to be trashy because it's on an 18 plus imprint. It's going to be edgy as fuck, but it's going to have an anime apparently, so.
Interesting. Huh.
I knew there was something else that was linked to something.
Yeah.
I can't find the thing that mentioned it. But yeah, I saw something earlier today that mentioned that it was like getting an anime, so.
Okay.
But yeah, so those are coming out, and then also I think December, the first book's coming out on the imprint will come out, because the To Love Ru series will be coming out, with the first series of To Love Ru being omnibus 2-in-1 volumes, and then To Love Through Darkness, which is the sequel, will be coming out in tandem but in single volumes. So
Okay.
I still have to finish the first season of that. It's trashy, but not like a really super bad trashy. It's like it's just a regular ecchi kind of. But I've heard Darkness gets really, really like right now it's like, oh, it's kind of fan servicey comedy, but it's like pretty generic 2000s fan servicey comic stuff. Apparently, Darkness is just like there are titties everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
it really cranks it up.
like it's basically porn at that point.
Yeah,
but Golden Darkness, or Yami, is a character in it who is also a character in Black Cat, because the character designer is the creator of Black Cat, and they just used his character again. So I'm like, I like this character. I really like them in Black Cat. I want to see them because they're in this show, but they're very different in this show. It's just the exact same design, but it's like, why am I watching this?
Really?
Waifu power is not that strong.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't actually have a link here, but I went on Netflix yesterday, or was it this morning? Anyways, Miraculous Ladybug is on Canadian Netflix now, so I can finally watch that. Yay.
I have no idea what that is.
It is a French cartoon, very anime style, about superheroes, which is super popular. Let me pull up something you can maybe see on the stream.
Okay.
The dub, the main character is Christina V, who is well known for doing various magical girls, so it continues. There's a Miraculous Ladybug English YouTube. I don't know if this is legit, like a legitimate channel. It's 92 subs, so I don't see an opening or like any clip best of thing to send. It's all just full episodes. What is this? This never happens. YouTube, what are you doing? Well, here's the opening in English. Yeah. Just play some of this. It's kind of cringy a lot of times. Oh yeah, it's like Toei has a part of it, so it's kind of anime related.
Yeah.
Also, I know a lot of people like it for bodysuit stuff.
Oh.
Because that's a thing. There's a lot of people into that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason Zero Suit Samus is so popular. But yeah. Yeah, no, it's supposedly really good and fun. I watched like the first 5-10 minutes. I didn't have time to watch more, but it's kind of cringy, and I'm hoping it's just awkward because it's the first episode and it gets better, because that happens a lot, where it's just like, I'm not really into this yet. It's kind of cringy, but as soon as like I get into it, it's like, fuck it, it's not cringy at all. This is great type thing.
Sometimes it just takes that first episode to kind of find its footing or something.
I was like scrolling YouTube, like, where's my Mal page again? Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong site. Yeah, and then our last bit of news is there are 5 anime up for the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Yeah.
So this is like a preliminary list of 26 things.
Yeah, lots of this. The ones that are in here I would not have expected, right? It's like in this corner of the world I've heard a lot of good things about. But then Mary and the Witch's Flower I've heard nothing about. Napping Princess I've heard nothing about. A Silent Voice I've heard a lot about. I'd really want that to win. And then Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale, I don't think it's gonna win. If it does, that's amazing. But yeah, it's up against a lot of other stuff, like Despicable Me 3. Why is the Emoji Movie up for an Oscar? It's fucking atrocious.
Well, so this is like a preliminary thing where they're going to take this list and cut it down to 3, and those are like the actual nominations. So these are like nominated to be nominated. So they just throw everything in there.
These are, but there's 5 anime on there. But yeah, the anime on there, I can't see Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale going in because it's like partly into a TV show series, and most of those have no chance. But A Silent Voice and In This Corner of the World, I think have a decent shot of at least being one of the 3 nominees. But you know it's gonna be Boss Baby, Despicable Me 3, and like something else.
Yeah.
Maybe Moomins. Anything else is up for debate, but Despicable Me 3 and Boss Baby for sure.
Yeah. You know, I haven't heard of any of the anime movies in this. Like, I've only heard of Sword Art Online, but I've never seen any of it, and I have never heard of the other 4 at all.
Yeah, I haven't heard of 2 of them, which is what surprised me. In This Corner of the World is, I believe, based on people living in Nagasaki after the bombing, after the nuke, and like rebuilding, or before, I'm not super sure. I'm still dropping frames. We're at 182 now. We're at 200 now. That's not good. I never drop frames. What's going on? Internet, please. Anyways, yeah, I've heard really good things about it, though I've also heard it doesn't bring anything new. If you watch a lot of those post-war trauma movies, it's going to just, it's a good telling of it, but it's still just, like, it's not something super groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And then A Silent Voice is actually really, really hyped. It's Koi no Katachi. It is about a kid who bullied a deaf girl, and then she eventually changed schools because of it, and then all the other bullies with him changed to him because it's like, oh yeah, that's what bullies do. They just shit on someone, and if that person goes, you're next. Like, you don't join them. But he feels really fucking shitty about it, and so he actually learns sign language, and he runs into her, like, years later in high school and tries to, like, make up for her and be her friend. And apparently it's really, like, heartbreaking. It's a romance. There's, like, really, really heavy themes of, like, bullying and, like, depression and suicide and stuff like that. So
it's cool. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard amazing things about it. I gotta watch it still. I've wanted to buy the manga forever, and then I heard the movie was coming out, so I'm like, I should watch that, but then I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
It aired just recently in North American theaters, actually. It had a very limited run.
It's apparently a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really... Let me see what it is on... Yeah, it's a 9.05 on my anime list.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to go see it, but I didn't get to, which sucks.
Well, that is the third highest rated movie on Mal. Yeah, after Your Name and Gintama.
It's currently the 11th highest overall.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposedly incredible.
Okay.
Also, A Silent Voice is a terrible translation for its name, because some of the other translations are The Shape of Voice, which I think makes a lot more sense, because it's not that she doesn't speak, it's she speaks differently through sign language. It's like, she can still speak, it's just not with her mouth. And that's why The Shape of Voice makes so much sense, because it's like, the shapes, the movement you're making, like sign language in that, compared to A Silent Voice just kind of sounds like, I guess it plays off the being bullied more, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like an okay name, but you're right, it's not great.
Yeah, but it's basically, yeah, he was really shitty, and then he's singled out and blamed for everything done to her, and he becomes bullied, and it's him just trying to, like, redeem himself and make up for it, like, trying to make it better.
Yeah.
He's grown up, he's regretted it, and it's a journey of redemption and stuff, and you don't see a lot of that. There's so much, especially in culture right now. It's like people will pull out 5-year receipts on someone and be like, hey, you said this thing mean once 5 years ago. And it's like, yeah, and I grew as a person, I'm not that person anymore. But like, people will hold it over you and try to destroy you with it, and it's like, people grow, people change, and if they're honest about it, like, you gotta give them that chance. And I'm glad there's a movie that's kind of about that right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the world needs stuff like that.
Yeah, if you get a chance to see this, because I don't know if it's still in theaters or not, I would highly recommend it, even though I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, here's a trailer. The animation looks beautiful too.
Yeah.
Skip through it a bit so I can mute it.
とても簡単な言葉の君や俺はさ生きるのを映画声の形西宮
Yeah, I still plan to get the manga sometime. Yeah, it's done by Kyoto Animation, so you know it's gonna be pretty, at least. Yeah. Kyoto does the pretty stuff, and I think they're the best for something to focus on something like sign language, because they're one of the best at character animation and character studies. Like, so many of their shows, it's like the rest of the world isn't what makes it feel alive, it's how the characters move and stuff. Especially through, I've seen, what is his name? Kanapa Effect is a YouTuber who does anime stuff. He's talked a lot about one of their main directors, Yamada Naoko. Did they do silent voice? Okay, this... Did they do silent voice? Let me see. Wait, this is not the right thing. Where's the movie? There we go. Yeah, so Yamada Naoko did Koi no Katachi, and Yamada Naoko is... She's a woman in her 20s, I believe. Like, she's one of the youngest directors ever, especially out of this, and like, her specialty is like character movements, and you can usually tell if it's her work because she focuses a lot on the legs. Like, there's this big thing where it's like, if you can, like, you should be able to tell a character's personality just seeing their legs and how they move. And if you watch stuff like K-On!, you actually see that, and you can, and it's amazing. And it's like, yeah, they're one of the absolute best for character animation and expressions. And their stuff is like really, really good. They did like, well, they did K-On!, they did Tamako Market, they did Koi no Katachi, of course. Hibiki Euphonium they worked on, but they weren't the full director, I don't think. They directed one of the movies. They're really good at movies. She is really, really good at movies. Yeah, so basically the first thing she ever did was K-On!, like her first directing gig, which is like, that's a huge thing to take.
Yeah.
And then,
wow.
Has it, like, didn't do too much full directing, did like Tamako Mark after, and then apparently with Tamako Love Story, the movie, I still have to see it, but apparently it's just like breathtakingly incredible, and that's like the thing that really made her career and just like showed how amazing she is at movies. And everyone talks about how good that movie is because of her, and it's like, I want to see another movie by her, and we have one, and I'm like, I gotta see it. I'm really confused because I don't see credits for a show on here that I know she did. I'm trying to remember its name. I don't see it on here. Yeah, it's like not showing up. What? Let me see if I can find this in the Kyoto Animation, because I know it's a KyoAni. I'm pretty sure it's KyoAni. Why can't I find this? Where is it? Wait. KyoAni did Inuyasha movies? What?
What?
What? That's something I didn't know. Why can I not find this show that I'm like, I know Yamada Naoko worked on? It's supposedly really good. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, yeah, Kanapa Effect does a really good, has a really good video on it. I'd highly recommend. He does a lot. Yeah, what, does this not exist? What? What is it called? Oh my god.
You imagined it?
Oh, no, I totally remember from the video and other stuff, and I've seen her around, and I can picture Hanasaku Iroha. That's it. Hanasaku Iroha. Yeah, what? This is Yamada Naoko, isn't it? What? Ando Masahiro? What? PA Works? Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. No, I'm thinking of a different show, not Hanasaku Iroha. This is the one that created a an actual festival that turned into real life festival. That's why I thought that name. No, it's not that one. Oh, there's something I remember I think they did. But anyways, yeah. Shoutouts to Kanapa Effect. If anyone cares, go watch this stuff. It's super interesting. They do a lot of anime spotlights and studio spotlights and stuff. Like, where the heck? I want to find this video now. This is bothering me. We can move on though, and I'll just look for this. You don't have to.
Okay.
Because I'm buying a lot of time just talking about this random director.
Yeah.
Yeah, where can I find this?
Well, I can start talking about the stuff I watched this week. So I didn't watch a whole lot. I've been falling behind the past 2 weeks, but I've been staying caught up on a couple of shows. And the first of those is Two Car, which is so good. I love it. It is cute and wonderful and pure, and I love it so much. Like it has these little details in it, like that just add so much. It's like fun little references because every pair of drivers are from a school, and each school is named after an actual racetrack in Japan. So like one of them is Motegi, which is the racetrack is Twinrin Motegi, because it's 2 racetracks on top of each other, and that school, the drivers from there are a pair of twins. Like, oh, that's a cute detail. That's like a small thing they didn't need to add, but it's a fun reference if you know what Motegi is. And then that show is just like, oh, it's so good.
Okay, so I found the video and I figured out why I couldn't find it. It's not a Canapa Effect video, it's an Under the Scope video.
Ah.
That's why.
Some could make an entire career out.
That explains it.
You can also capture an elegant feminine beauty.
Yeah, I think this is the one.
It's a work that puts of Yamada's style out.
I want to find this other show that...
To take on the role of series director for sound work dealing with the absence of sound.
I don't even see another show being talked about. I'm really
without
confused.
sound, she could instead express the lack of
Listen, I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Been a long day.
It's been a long fucking week. I thought there was another show, apparently not.
You really did imagine it all along.
Well, I didn't imagine the video about Naoko Yamada, though. It does exist.
Yeah.
I guess. See, I listen to them a lot at work, and they kind of blend into each other, I guess, so.
Yeah. That's probably it.
Yeah. Rip. Still, watch Canapa Effect videos and Under the Scope videos, and while I'm at it, watch Super Eye Patch Wolf videos. He has one breaking down The Simpsons and how it fell apart, and it's pretty great.
Okay.
I think that's him. He does a lot of anime stuff, too.
Okay. I might check those out later. Those sound good. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very based on, like, the industry, so they're really interesting.
Cool. So, yeah. A couple other things I've been watching this week. Land of the Lustrous, which is the other show that I loved a ton this season.
I need to catch up.
Oh, you do. You need to catch up. It's so good.
I'm not caught up on any shows right now.
Land of the Lustrous is so good.
Yeah. I'm caught up on the manga at least, so I am caught up sort of on it.
One thing I wanted to bring up about it is that I think they added extra stuff from what the books had, but it's all like really, really small scenes that just add some more characterization to the characters they introduced.
Adding filler into there.
Kind of. Like there was in this last episode, there was like maybe a minute long scene where it was just Yellow Diamond talking about how like, oh, she's the oldest and everyone looks up to her, but like she doesn't think she deserves it because like all of her partners have been taken to the moon, so she doesn't think she deserves respect.
That's in the manga. I remember that.
It
in the
is?
manga. Yeah.
Okay.
They might make it a bit bigger of a scene. But
yeah, I think that's
totally
it.
Remember. Because that's where they're saying like, "Hey, partner with them." I don't know where we are in the manga, in the show, so I might spoil something. Yeah. It's like, "Hey, partner with Yellow Diamond." And Yellow Diamond's all like, "No, we don't do that shit because of this." So they partner with the Amethyst.
Yeah, with the Amethyst twins.
Did they do that in the anime?
Yeah, that was just this last episode.
I didn't spoil anything, but yeah, it's like right before that they have that talk. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm just really glad they included those little scenes then. Because like there's so many characters and it would be easy for them to just get lost in the shuffle, but they're like, no, we're gonna take this a little bit of extra time to just make sure people know who these characters are.
I'm so curious about where this show is going to end because like it's halfway through and they're only starting volume 3. They might go to where the end of where volume 4 would be, because I guess that's what's out, because volume 4 will probably come out in English eventually, probably by the time this finishes, so probably around there. But there's just such a big twist in the manga that's going to come in like another 2 or 3 episodes. That's like,
we'll have to see, because they've really been taking their time getting through the second volume, like adapting it. So
well, they're on the 3rd volume now.
They are? Okay. I couldn't remember if this was the end of 2 or
beginning of the third volume, I think. The end of the second volume is where they come back from the sea.
Oh, okay.
Like right when they wake up. I'm pretty certain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good show. You should catch up on that show. It's good.
I need to. But I have also, so many really shows to catch up on. So many.
This last episode especially looked pretty. It was so good.
Yeah. At least I'm saying caught up on the manga for it. It is a series I really like, but it's like I'm caught up on the manga right now, so I'm not prioritizing the anime because I have other anime and to watch, and I have games to play. So I'm like, as long as I keep one of them up to date, I'll be fine to catch up on the other later.
Yeah, that makes sense. The next show I'm watching is Kino's Journey.
It continues.
It can. I just kind of have a shrug at that. Like, this last episode, Kino shows up at the end for about a minute.
Wait, is only in it for a minute?
Yeah, something like that. It's like she has like Kino says like one sentence at the very start, and then has 2 more lines at the very end. And at the end, she just kind of shows up and looks at a pile of dead bodies and says, "Oh, those people are dead." Like, that's it.
Oh, this adaptation
the dumbest thing in the world.
Makes me cringe. Why could they not just do a regular adaptation?
Yeah. This episode especially made me realize that they're trying to do one story per episode, and that's like not good because they don't have enough time to flesh it out and explore ideas.
Yeah, that's how it sounds like. Everyone I know is saying it's decent. But
it's fine.
Is better than decent, and it has the source material to be great and fantastic and amazing. But the fact that they made it just decent is really sad. It's just selling off the fans who voted for what they want to see, getting to see it.
This show could be so good, but it's fine.
Just watch the original. It may not be as pretty, but it has a nice style to it that still makes it really pretty.
Yeah, I'll probably get around to watching it eventually at some point.
Episode 3 of the original is so good.
Yeah.
I love that episode. Even the first episode's pretty fantastic.
I'll get around to it someday. After the 200 other things on my plan to watch list.
I can't remember the second episode of the original series. I feel bad. It's like, wait, I remember these 2. What was number 3? Holy shit, how do I not remember? Oh wait, never mind. 1 is the one that wasn't super amazing. It kind of starts on a weakish note, but then like 2 and 3 get really good, and 3 is fantastic. 1 is basically just Jenga.
Yeah.
It's literally an episode about Jenga. It's great.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Yeah, the country of Jenga. And then episode 2 is super philosophical and great, and so is 3.
Okay. Yeah, and then the last thing I'm caught up on this week was Juni Taisen, or the Zodiac War.
We talked a bit about that, because I went ahead and read the ending, because I'm an asshole. But I also just don't want to watch it. I love, like, hearing about, like, the outcomes of shows of these, but I don't want to sit through it ever. I'm like... It's never something I want to actually have to go through. I'm just like, it's like Magical Girl Raising Project. I love, even though I've never watched it, I just read the Wikipedia articles. I want to get the books, though. I think I'd be able to be better with the books. It's like, I can only watch these shows if I know what's going to happen. Which is weird, but...
Yeah. I don't know. Juni Taisen is pretty alright. It's okay. I don't know.
All I know is that Best Girl has died.
Yep. Totally.
They've killed off all the female characters but 1 so far, haven't they? There was only 4, and they've killed off 3 of them in the first half.
Yeah, that's right. They have.
What the fuck? They just hate the female characters.
Yeah. They killed off all the interesting characters and just have the boring ones left.
Well, that's the thing. Now they're gonna make the others interesting and kill them off.
I don't know. They don't seem very interesting at all. We'll see. I guess I'll keep up with this one because it's interesting enough to keep me watching. So yeah, I think that was pretty much all I watched this week, though. It's just those 4.
Oh, I just realized something, which kind of... I'm not gonna say it because it'll spoil something, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you been watching anything this week?
Yes, I actually did watch some stuff. So I saw movies, not anime movies, but actual movies, which I never do. I saw 2 this week. I saw the new Thor, which is pretty good, and I saw Murder on the Oriental Express, literally like an hour or 3 hours ago or so, and it was really good. It's how you should do a mystery one. Like there was actually a chance for you to figure out who done it, and I almost had it. I just missed something, or like 2 things which weren't really in it. But that's the issue of adapting a full book into a movie. You miss a few things. But even without those, I was super close to figuring it out, which is fun. Yeah. But besides that, God, what did I watch? Well, I checked out some stuff. I watched episode 2 of Two Car. Watched a bit of that. Yeah, I caught up on Animegatari. Although I think I did that last week. Yeah, okay, I did that after the episode last week. So yeah, I caught up on Animegatari. It's okay. I'm an episode behind now, though, because I haven't seen this week's episode yet, or Blendes's. And then I watched a bit more Konohana Kiten, which is still cute fox girls. Cute gay fox girls. It's great. It started focusing on like the other couples that are working there now. Different episodes on like these other couples. They're like pretty cute episodes. So yeah. So I didn't actually watch too much, but I did watch those. But oh wait, I also checked out Osaka wa Fufu ni Nate Kara. Where like Love is Like a Cocktail is like one of those 3-minute ones that basically talks about a new cocktail every episode or whatever, and it's like boss manager at a company comes home, her husband gives her a drink, she gets drunk off one drink and then makes cute faces. It made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, the premise makes me feel not great.
See, the premise isn't bad of just, oh, I want to go home and relax and drink after, but it's like the husband's not drinking, and he specifically gives her the drink, and she's like, oh, I don't want to drink, I don't like alcohol, I don't handle alcohol well. But then she starts drinking anyways, and he's just like, I love seeing her drunk and making these faces. I'm like, that's creepy.
Yeah,
she also didn't want to. Like, there's just it's just like there's so many things that are just slightly off that I'm like, this is on the verge of him like feeding her her alcoholism issue, or like him like purposely basically getting her drunk to enjoy her kind of stuff. Like it's uncomfortable because it seems like she's uncomfortable about the idea of drinking, but she is anyways, and it's like I couldn't watch more than the first episode because of that. It's just like this just feels kind of forced and creepy, and the husband literally is just smiling this huge smile the whole time. It's like, that's like he's acting like really kind of suck up-ish in the kind of way that's like uncomfortable. I'm like, this isn't, I wouldn't want a husband like that. Like, even though he's like seems all kind and caring, he's like, it's too much. Like, it's too far to the point where it feels like he's one of those guys who's like acts super kind and caring but is super manipulative. Like, it's just they take things too far and make it really uncomfortable levels of him. Like, why? You know when to stop.
Ugh.
But yeah, so I dropped that after 1 episode. I feel like I checked out another show I also dropped. Maybe not. I checked out a few manga, which I dropped. I actually read a decent amount of manga. So new My Ball chapter came out. Still really enjoy that. Kyo no Himitsu chapter came out, which is a gender bender about superheroes, like the Super Sentai heroes that transform. And it is by the person who did Honto no Kanojo, and Honto no Kanojo is great, so please read Honto no Kanojo. What is I've done a lot of different gender bender cross-dressing stuff, which is what Kyo no Himitsu is, basically. And then new chapters of Tensei Kyuketsuki-san wa Ohirun Gashitai. Basically a guy dies and is given the option to reincarnate as a vampire, so he takes it and gets a bunch of skills, like basically kind of like an RPG. It's a comedy though. He's like, I'll put all my points in being able to walk in the sun and stuff, and it's basically like this overpowered vampire, but it's a vampire girl, and it's just like, all I want is to eat 3 meals a day and sleep. That's it. That's it. So they're super overpowered, but they're just like, I don't want to do anything. Let me sleep. And it's like a slice of life comedy almost, although it's starting to turn more into an adventure due to reasons. But you start to hear some of the guy's backstory, and it sounds like there's something tragic going on in the background, and it's like, So, it's been fun. I'm waiting for it to have some reveal where it's like he's actually just, like, gone delusional because of how fucked up his life is or something, and he's super upset. I don't know. But it's, I mean, she now, because they are now a girl. And they're okay with it. They're just like, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, sometimes they're like, I used to be a guy, I understand how you feel. Used to. Like, it's always just like, no, whatever. It's new life. Which is kind of nice, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And then, I was reading a bunch of Oshiete Galko-chan. I love the art in that manga. It's so good. Have you seen some of the manga of it at all?
I haven't checked it out, but I think I've seen some pictures of it. Oh yeah, I have seen this.
These covers. It's all like done with like pens or whatever, like ballpoint pens. It looks like. It's super cool, and 7 Seas is releasing it, I believe, and it's 100% every page is color.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice, and they're like the larger version. And yeah, it's fun. It's something I wish I had that I could read when I was a teenager, because it deals with so many questions teenagers have, like, about, like, sex and stuff growing up. Like, it doesn't go and, like, show a bunch of... there's some fan service, but not, like, in the way that is fan service-y.
Yeah.
But they just have, like, regular conversations, like... If your boobs get larger, do your nipples get larger too? Like, stuff like that. Like, just random shit. Like, but it's actual stuff I'm sure a lot of people thought about when in high school. Like, is that a thing?
That's
and
cool.
it does a lot to also break down, like, stereotypes. Like, oh yeah, Galko-chan is a gal, but her best friend is an otaku. And they have, like, this point of, like... where they talk about that, where it's like, yeah, like, you wouldn't think we'd be friends, we'd stick with others, but fuck labels and stuff.
Cool. I might try reading that. That sounds really good.
Yeah. I also started reading Onifutatsu.
Yeah.
Which is about, everyone basically has little demon things in them that can, shinkies, that live inside them, and they feed on your design. They can come out and do stuff, but when his comes out, it becomes like an actual person, and it's just like this random girl who's now like following him around. But every once in a while, like the demon, like, it's like split personality, and then the demon can awaken from this random girl that's come out of him, and she like grows horns and becomes kind of like a sadist asshole.
Yeah.
There's only 2 chapters translated, but I like the art a lot. I've been using it as my display picture on Twitter.
Oh.
If anyone's been wondering what that is. And then there was new Ukami Shonen chapters out, which I absolutely love this series. And I tweeted something, like, I actually tweeted at them, like, I love your facial expressions, they're so good. I'm still praying for, like, a transgender Itsuki ending with, like, a poly romance between him and Boten and Tokujira, because it's like the love triangle right now, and they just kind of did the love triangle where it's like, which one of us do you like, and he says which one and goes to run to them, but it doesn't end there, which a lot of series would. And then Boten's like, oh thanks, but like I know Tokujira just told you to go after me, but she liked you too, so I'm gonna go make sure she's okay. So I'm like, kind of going like, there's still a chance, come on, just all date each other, it'll be fine. If you all like each other, just fucking do it, it solves everything.
Oh, that'd be so good.
There's so many of those series that have the, like, love triangles. I'm like that. I'm just like, come on. What was the other one? It's getting an English release soon. Nanashi or Asterism? God, I'm not spelling this right. How? Yeah, Nanashi no Asterism is getting an English release. Or Nameless Asterism, and they have one of those, and I'm just like, come on, just you can just all go poly, like, it's a lesbian love triangle. And that series was really good, but unfortunately got like a really abrupt end. I think it was because they were focusing a lot on instead of on the main love triangle, they focused on her brother for a while, who cross-dresses and kind of maybe has there's someone who likes one of the main girls, but has been hanging out with the brother while he cross-dresses, and they're twins, so he thinks it's her, and it's like, I think they could have gone the route where Subaru is trans. And I think that I actually think they were going this route. It really seemed to imply it before it suddenly ended, and I think they were going to go with like the poly thing. And that's when I'm like, if they had time, because it looked like that's where it's all building up to, and the way they end it, it's like, well, I don't think it really resolves it. They kind of just don't date, but they all tell each other their feelings and say, let's stay friends together anyways, like all three of us. We don't have to let this ruin us. And it's like, it could have been so much more. Why did it get ended? But I still want to, when it comes out in English, I'm going to buy it because I want to support the artist, because or the writer, because that was their first series and it got 5 volumes and it's super good. The art's amazing. I'm like, I want more. I will buy your stuff. Please make more. The author's name is Kobayashi Kina. Kina Kobayashi. Yeah, so that's another good series. So yeah, I just read a bunch of manga instead of watching anime, but that's okay. And then I was also playing a bunch of JRPG. I started playing Lord of Magna Made in Heaven. Did I talk about this last week? I don't know if I started last week.
Yeah, you mentioned it last week.
Okay, yeah, I've been playing it for like a week now. I haven't played too much. I've been playing a bit on like the bus rides to and from work, mainly.
Cool.
It's still very trashy.
Yeah, but from what you said about it, it sounds like it. Sounds like it's a good, fun, trashy game.
Oh yeah, maid uniforms are. The character that keeps making everyone the maid uniforms literally like goes out in a storm and almost gets killed just to deliver one of the maid uniforms. It's like, God damn it, man, chill.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that's what I've done this week. It hasn't been too much.
Yeah. I haven't read anything and haven't played any JRPGs. I've been playing Destiny 2 because I'm an idiot, and that game is it's a bad game.
These games look like they'd be fun. The first one I don't think had a PC port, and then 2, I didn't know anyone who was playing. Otherwise, I'd be like, hey, we can play together. But damn, I'm gonna have to bring this volume back in. Damage. I was about to say, I did buy manga while at the movie theater today.
Oh yeah.
Even though I said I went until I got through all my backlog. Me and my friend Sienna, who I actually added them at Twitter on this. It's like we're really bad for each other's wallets, because it's like, let's go buy manga while we're here when we go to see the movies, and like every time we've just dropped a bunch on manga.
Yeah.
A bit of the like plastic covers coming off the cover on this one volume though, so I'm gonna have to return it because it's literally just gonna like strip off and be really weird. But yeah, I got volume 1 and 2 of Hana and Hina After School, Milk Morinaga. Volume 3, the final volume, comes out November 28th, so I will buy that. And then I also got Secret of the Princess, which is the stand-alone full series by Milk Morinaga. I just bought a bunch of Yuri. A bunch of Milk Morinaga Yuri.
Yeah.
Good old
Milk Morinaga.
I've got so much Milk Morinaga stuff now. It's like, I also have the Girlfriends Omnibus, and I have the Kisses, Sighs, and Cherry Blossom whatever thing. I think I just need to get the Cop one she did, and then I have all of the releases that are out in English. Every Milk Morinaga, and that's like 2 volumes, so I can. I'll probably order them online when I order the final volume of Hana and Hina when it comes out in November. But yeah, so forgot to mention that I bought a bunch of gay stuff today. Yay!
Yay!
My gay shelf grows. It's actually like a shelf and a half now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Soon you're gonna need a whole gay bookshelf.
Well, I need to stop being so lenient, because a lot of it's like, oh, this isn't Yuri or anything, but there's a girl in it who definitely has a very obvious crush on another girl, so I'll put it in here anyways. Because she's the main character, may as well.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I should do less of that. Like, it's like, oh, here's Non-Non-Buri, and everyone's like, Non-Non-Buri's not. What are you talking about? It's like, in, like, Volume 1, it literally says Hotaru has, or her feelings of admiration blossomed into love for Komari.
Oh.
And then she just keeps making Komari plushes at home because she's like a 5th grader, but she's really good at sewing, and she just keeps drawing or making like little plush of her crush, and it's super cute. I'm like, aw.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh yeah, Non-Non-Buri is amazing. I highly recommend it. It's so relaxing, and we have dropped 324 frames now. Damn.
Oh no.
It keeps going.
Dang.
It's okay, that's only 0.4.
Oh, that's nothing. Got plenty of frames. That's
Plenty
fine.
of frames left to go. So, if we want to get into book club, because I have rambled a lot tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get into it.
Alright, do you want to start with Renmei or Matoi?
I have Renmei in my notes first, so we'll start with that one.
Alright. Cool!
Cool!
No.
Oh. Things finally started happening.
Things are happening. First thing I want to say about this is after this episode, I'm pretty sure this is all just a big euphemism for purgatory in the afterlife.
Yeah, probably.
And if they redeem themselves, they go to heaven in a bright light, and if not, they probably just sit there forever or go to hell or something.
They're just stuck there forever. Yeah. I hadn't thought of about that, but I bet you're right.
And that's why you can't leave the city, because maybe there is nothing outside of the city because it's purgatory, or outside of the city is hell, and like you don't go outside.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna run through this episode real quick. It was like, started off with Raka. She was checking all the extra rooms in the old home, find a place for her to move into. I guess she doesn't have her own room yet. And she runs into Ku, who's like, oh, it's getting cold, so here, you can have this old jacket of mine. Doesn't fit me anyway. And Ku runs off and just like, oh, well, I'm not gonna be at breakfast. I have to go. I have stuff to do. It was this really foreboding kind of slow-mo shot as she was leaving. It was like, oh, something's gonna happen. This isn't good.
Cool. And then they're like, oh, I made these pancakes because like, yeah, they have breakfast. It's like, Ku wanted pancakes, so I made pancakes. And then the bell rings, and it's like, hey, you fixed the bell. It's like, yeah, I totally fixed the bell, but it just keeps ringing. So they're like, god damn it, just like go turn it off.
Unfix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rock and Kana go and fix it, and then Kana, it's like looking at Raka's jacket, and it's like, oh, Ku gave that to you. It's like, oh, it's the first thing she ever bought, and
finally gave up trying to be like, pretend to be all grown up and an adult like us.
Yeah, because she's the smallest and youngest of the kind of grown up Haibane. So yeah, and after that, Raka goes exploring for a room again and realizes Ku left a note on her map. So when Raka goes there, it's like, oh, she opens the door and it's like a fully furnished room. She's like, oh, this is great. This seems so familiar. And then Ku shows up and is like, yeah, this is the room that you were hatched in.
I'm pretty sure it implies that Ku spent the time fixing the room up too.
That's what I was thinking.
Like,
so
Ku's
trying
like to do some like last stuff before she leaves.
Yeah.
She's all like, oh yeah, and I stopped by and got like the pancakes from Reki. Reki was annoyed you didn't come back after going to the clock tower, so here's like yours to go. And I got mine. I got my pancakes now. So now I can go. And then has this really ominous whole speech about like feeling like a cup slowly filling.
Yeah.
And, like, you gave me some of the drops. And like, this kind of stuff, I'll bring it up later, but that sort of foreboding, like, you can tell Raka knows something's wrong. Also, Ku's halo keeps, like, fading for a second, too.
Yeah. After the halo faded the first time, I was like, oh, is Ku like a ghost? Is she just gonna fade out of existence right here? But it didn't. That was so weird.
Losing power or something, and it's like, Rock kind of knows something's wrong, but not what, and doesn't know what to do, and is like kind of indecisive about it and not telling people. Except then a storm comes in, they're all like, yo, where's Ku? And Rocka kind of realizes, like, oh shit, because Ku runs off after that little speech, runs out to a window, following a bird, like, it looks like the bird wanted to tell me something, and sees out in the forest just all the birds fly off and a giant beam of light shooting into the sky.
Yeah.
And so, she kind of, she tells them kind of what she saw, because she's like, oh, we're gonna go search for Cuckoo's out in the rain or whatever, like, let's hope she's okay, and Rocka kind of mentions, and everyone's just like, oh, shit.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, this is, like, they clearly have an idea of what's going on.
Though Ku obviously, or Rocka obviously doesn't.
So yeah, then the group of them decide to head out into the western woods, which said, I think Reki was saying, like, they're not allowed to go there because of something?
The power of the walls are extremely strong, is what she said. And I guess that means there's something more to the walls than them just being walls. They apparently have some sort of power to them. And then also, that's also where you go, apparently, when you leave. So, it's like, if you go follow, you might also disappear, but also, she was saying, like, it's really easy to get lost without a point of reference. We're doing in the dark or whatever. But they have the bright idea of turn the
clock on.
Yeah, so the bell back on, because it'll keep ringing and we'll be able to tell which direction is back home. So they run off into a forest to find Ku, and in a clearing they find some steps, and on the steps is Ku's halo.
Yep.
Alone. And Rocka runs over to it, basically breaking down and crying, and I hope they'll go into in the next episode, but I'm pretty sure Rocka feels something similar to survivor's guilt. Like, she blames herself. Because being the last one to see Ku and having this ominous, like, foreboding kind of speech with her, and seeing the halo dim, she probably feels like, oh shit, I should have warned someone, I should have stopped her, I should have done something, I should have known. And that's kind of why I wanted to come back to from that speech, because I've known, like, that's something you come across in real life, those situations, and I really hope they go into how that makes you feel, because it definitely can fuck you up.
Totally. And this is a show that could totally handle going into a really serious thing like that. Like, they could do it really, really well.
Yeah.
So I do hope they do that.
Yeah, and speaking of actually that, I forgot to mention I did watch the new Ruby episode again. And small spoilers for it, they have something similar, basically, where Ruby basically says something that kind of quotes something one of her friends who is dead says a lot, and you can see the moment she kind of starts to break, and she hasn't really been shown too much to be like really realizing it's happened. Like, she seems almost in denial and moving on, but like she has a little talk about how she feels and why she wants to keep fighting, because it's like she doesn't want it to happen to other people and stuff. And like, she's starting to open up about how she's feeling after all, and I'm waiting for her to have a huge emotional breakdown, and it's very similar actually to how I think Rocka must be feeling right now, because it's, again, that's like, I was too late, I should have done something type thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that show looks like it's gonna get really dark and like really emotional in a very similar way, so I'm hoping that does it really well too. It's something I think that's really overlooked in shows, and I really want to see it done well, and I think both Ruby and Haibane Reme can do it well, so I'm really excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
This also being the halfway point is the perfect time for it to start getting really dark.
Yeah, there was one line at the end of the show, or at the end of this episode, that makes me think next episode's going to be just Raka and Reki sitting down, being serious. Because at the very end, the last thing is Reki says, "In the end, everybody leaves me."
Yeah, there's that too. And
yeah,
Reki is the oldest one, and they say something like, "Oh, no one's done it in forever." We knew it could happen, but thought it was just a legend. But Reki seemed to be like, "No, it can happen." And I think it's kind of like Reki was probably around, because Reki can't have been the only one around when she was there, and it sounds like pretty much everyone else probably left.
Yeah.
And then it became just the rest of them, because what's her name from the bookstore also said, like, for a while it's just her and Reki. And Reki, like, they got into a fight and Reki left and hung out with the other people, and I don't know, maybe the bookstore lady has been around, because she wasn't one of the ones freaking out about, oh shit, right, like, it was the other two younger ones more. She might actually have been around when it last happened too, and possibly she might have been the only one. Or even she might have been going like, oh, I'm going to leave, and Reki might have had a breakdown and be like, I don't want that, I'm going to these other people. Something.
That was one of the things I kind of accidentally looked up, was that Reki isn't the oldest, it's Nemu, the one that was at the bookstore or the library. She's the oldest. She's been there 9 years, and Reki's been there 7.
Yeah, so they say Reki's one of the oldest. So I could see them fighting if maybe it's something like if the other ones wanted to leave and Nemu was okay with it, and Reki was like, no. Also, though, the communicator is actually probably the oldest, because they're like an old man, though they don't actually live there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited for the next episode. I really want to watch it.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how it'll go. I expect it to get very dark for a while, emotionally.
Yeah. I didn't really expect the show to get quite so serious, but I think it's going to go places.
Again, that could just be like the Angel Beats thing, where they're like, well, don't leave, but then they're like, oh wait, leaving is exactly what we need to do. We have to move on.
Yeah.
And like, we can't just cling to purgatory for the rest of our lives.
So yeah. Should we move on to Matoi now? Do you have any final thoughts on Habane?
Let's see, final thoughts.
I don't know. I don't think I have anything else on Renmei yet.
I don't think I have anything else. I'm just... We're at the boiling point, and I'm really excited to see where it'll go.
Yeah.
I'm kind of spoiled a bit, just because on this page it says episode videos, and the second last video I see all the main people except for Reki, so I don't think that means Reki's dead, but it's like I at least know these other 4 aren't going to disappear before the end. Oh yeah, in episode 10 you see Reki in the little picture, so it's like they're all there at least up until episode 10, so we won't lose anyone else to get how I'm getting spoiled right now. The main 2 are considered Raka and Reki, and everyone else is supporting, so I wouldn't expect those 2 to leave until like maybe at least the last episode if they do. But yeah, anyways, on to Matoi, the Sacred Slayer, or Yuma the Sacred Slayer for this episode. That opening was so good.
It was so silly.
Yeah, starting off with Yuma like, I'm taking over now, it's my debut, and then like the actual opening video too, just they change the title and then they just superimpose images of Yuma everywhere. I wish they had done like the superimposing of her images worse, like they made it look like it was just like taped in or something.
Yeah.
Because
all of them so good.
It was still pretty great how they did it. But yeah, I remember it was like Invader Zim in their final episode. They have a scene with, because they randomly have this moose, mini moose or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, he's been with me this whole time. And in the dialogue, or like the commentary, they said, we didn't have enough time to film the show, but we wanted to just have a montage flicking through every episode with just like it really awkwardly like drawn into the background or like taped on to like every picture in the background. Just like, yeah, it's totally been here the whole time. It's like that's what it made me feel from this opening, and it was pretty great.
That's great. Yeah.
It's like, Yuma.
Yeah, this was a fun way to open the episode.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more lighthearted than the first few episodes were, although I'm expecting it to start getting dark again.
Yeah.
Like, we got our small break for a bit, and we're gonna start devolving back into some of the harder plot again soon, I think. Well, maybe not next episode, because at the end of this episode, they say the next episode is Peaches and Hot Springs, and they even say, like, wait, oh, I get it, it's the fan service episode. Like, one of the characters says that at the end, and it's like, okay, they're really, like, they're self-aware, which I think makes a lot of it really fun. They're self-aware, ready to, like, attack, or just, like, break the fourth wall.
Yeah. So, yeah. This episode started with Yuma introducing her two spirits to Haruka Sila.
Who can't see them anyways, but...
Yeah. It's like, yep, they're right here. You can't see them, but just trust me.
Though apparently they can turn into animals which people can see, so they should have just done that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, they're named Ku and Kai, so we got two Kus this week.
Ku's okay. Ku just turned into a higher energy being, which is now helping magical exorcist girl.
Yeah, that's it.
That's totally it.
So yeah, kind of goes into a bit of a montage of Yuma had set up a website, or basically a Twitter, so that people can request her service.
Her debut as an exorcist girl. It's like she wants it so bad. It's like, come on, it's so cringy. Please stop.
Yeah. So they go around to a bunch of different things of people making requests. And it's like, no, you're not possessed by a demon. You just have a sore back. You're an old man.
Like,
just a bunch of
we're not
going
to give you kids a bunch of autographs for this is for issues or trouble or whatever, like stuff like that. It's all just nonsense. Or please bless our groundbreaking, and she's just like, call the temple for that. Like, just get a regular priest. Like,
yeah. So yeah, and then Matoi and Yuma meet up with Claris, and they're just talking about whatever, and they suddenly get a call about a demons possessing a mascot in a mall or something.
Yeah, in like a shopping district. Just there's a ghost possessing it. Please help.
Yeah, like, oh, finally.
They try calling the police first, and the police are just like, that's not our issue. We don't.
Yeah.
Possessions. Call an exorcist or something. So they do.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to say in this scene they're on a playground and Ku and Kai are like playing on a seesaw, but they were in like their spirit form, so I guess they can't really affect the real world, and so the seesaw wouldn't move with them on it, and it was adorable.
Yeah, they're cute. They're really cute.
They are. So Yuma goes off to go do exorcist stuff, and Matoi and Claris are like, well, we don't really want to go, but we don't want to leave her on her own because that's nothing good will happen then, so I guess we'll go with her. So they head over to the shopping district, and there's this tiny, cute little demon. And Claris just looks at it and goes, oh, it's so cute.
They're all like, aw, it's doing all this cute stuff. It's doing cute stuff on. They're just like getting more and more enraptured by it. And then it's like, ah, it's floating. That's so cute. Wait a second. It shouldn't be floating.
Hang on.
Hang on. This ain't right. Wait, there's a sequel? There's a sequel? What?
What?
Sorry, Mal just said there's a sequel. I hope it's not going to show spoilers. Oh, unaired 13th episode included with Blu-ray box. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
The usual stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, but then for our 13th episode, we can watch that.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Just have to find it. I'm gonna check if it's on High Dive right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't know. Because they license from Sentai Filmworks, so I think they would probably license that if that's on the DVD.
Yeah. Wasn't when High Dive launched? Wasn't their whole thing like, oh, we've got the OVAs that no one has?
They do for a lot, but it's like
yeah,
usually things that aren't episodes. It doesn't look like they have that episode. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's here because yeah, they have a lot of like the aired OVAs and a lot of the Sentai Filmworks on disc stuff. I don't know if that episode is on the Sentai Filmworks release. Though it just came out, so I'm just gonna go check.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there was fun detail I liked when they were looking at the little cute demon, and they kept going, "Oh, it's so cute! Look at it's like laid on its belly or whatever." In the background, there's this woman just staring at them like they're crazy because obviously
yeah, they can't see it.
Right, yeah, the woman can't see the demon.
Feet of the thing. Yeah, so it does have the bonus episode. So
okay.
Though since it just came out and it was on High Dive before it came out, maybe that's why it doesn't have the bonus episode, and they might get it later because they seem to have gotten it before the actual.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think they got theirs from oh, what's that site that just shut down? Daisuke? I think Daisuke originally streamed it, and they got the show from there and not from Sentai for this one, so that might be why. But yeah, maybe they'll get it now that Sentai's released the bonus episode. Yeah. Maybe. Oh,
maybe.
There's a sale.
Oh.
It's still really expensive. What the heck?
Yeah, of course. Anime is always expensive.
Yeah, it's just like the sale price is like the price it is on Canadian Amazon, but it's in the US plus need shipping. I'm like, that's bad. Why is it more expensive? What is that?
That is bad.
I'm probably gonna buy Matroy at the end of this. I'm enjoying it greatly. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good and fun so far. I wouldn't go as far to say it's good enough to buy the set, but all right.
I like buying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like buying.
Yeah. So yeah, they see the tiny cute demon, and Yuma, as it starts to like float or whatever, Yuma is like, "All right, it's time for me to transform." Because Clarice is like, "Okay, I can do this, no problem." She transforms, and Yuma is like, "I can transform too," and tries, and she can't. And so Clarice and the little demon go to another dimension so they don't have to fight in the middle of them all. And she like tries to kill it, and she like hesitates because it's so cute. And I know it's like a silly trope, but I love when a character who's like you're normally very serious is like, "Oh, it's so cute though." Like Clarice, she like can't fight it properly because of how much she loves cute stuff.
Yeah.
I know that's like a dumb trope, but it's
I'm a huge sucker for like the masculine, like kind of tomboy characters that are really into cute things, so I loved it. I was like,
oh, it's so good.
Mood.
Yeah.
Mood.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she liked Floor so much, because Floor was so cute. Floor deserved better. If Floor doesn't like get better at the end, I'm gonna be so sad. Like, I just need one scene of her like sitting up and smiling as like Clarice enters the room, just for like 2 seconds. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Just give Floor
Floor
something.
Chance. Yeah. So yeah, Clarice does try and zap the Mokyu, as it's called, lightning, Mokyu, and then it just spits out a zillion of itself, and then they'll merge into a gigantic one. It's like, oh no, this is bad.
Mega Mokyu comes.
Yeah. And Matoi was stuck in the real world and just sitting on a bench going, "Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It's not like that thing's gonna multiply and merge into a gigantic version of it."
Calls exactly what happens.
Yeah, and then the sky splits open and a giant Mokyu comes out. It's like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
So they continue to fight, and Matoi eventually transforms and has to. Clarice gets trapped in a weird box.
Yeah, because she goes to stab them and gets distracted again, and they like surround her and basically sacrifice themselves to become like a seal.
Yeah.
Then Matoi gets hit by one protecting Yuma from it. just like blocking. So it's like Yuma has to run off, like keeps trying to transform, but I don't know if it's Ku or Kai because I don't know which is which.
I think
let me
is
check
the
characters
fox
right now.
Yeah.
More characters, please don't spoil me. It doesn't show more characters. They only have Yuma, Matoi, Claris, Carriot, Hoka, Shinga, and Hideo. Like they don't have so many characters. There's so much information missing.
I think Ku is the fox and Kai is the Tanuki. I think.
Maybe.
At least that's the impression I got just by the when they introduced him in your position on screen. I don't know. That was the feeling I got of it, at least. But we don't know for sure.
Well, since I'll assume the female fox is Ku because we just had another female Ku. So.
Yeah, true.
Ku became
Very
Ku.
true. Yeah.
And Kai is it's generally used for masculine characters. Though they're magical beings, who cares what they're like, who knows what their gender is, like, let's be real. But knowing where it usually goes, that's like where it would probably take it if you went.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The Namokyu goes to stomp on Claris and Matoi since they're trapped, and Yuma jumps in the way and with the help of Ku stops and holds it off.
Question mark.
Ku.
Yeah, and then it makes like a barrier.
And then just before that barrier breaks, Kai runs up and Yuma's able to transform. And she's
in the beam of light it creates, knocks the Mokyu over and saves them. I love that when they go like, oh yeah, the transformation, you don't want, like, you can't, it's a protective barrier. Because everyone's like, why don't you attack them when they transform? Like, there's this magical beam of light that protects. Or it's like in Kill la Kill's case where like the suit like becomes this giant monster thing that like bites them and it like looks like it would rip them apart. Have you seen Kill la Kill?
Yeah, I have. That show's great.
You know the transformation I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure there's video of it, right, where like it becomes like just this. No, they kind of skip it. There's one where it shows it from like the other people's point of view, and it just like looks like this horrible monstrous thing that if you went near would like just rip you apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can find a video just that, but
I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's just like one scene where you see it. It's like Jesus Christ.
So yeah, Yuma transforms, and I think her character designs for this look really dumb.
I think
like it's cool.
Them.
Oh, I think they look silly.
Well, I mean, she's a silly kid with like her pranksters, so it kind of makes sense. They're supposed to be like silly gods, not serious ones. But yeah, I really like them, and I like the fact that they both were similar to the two gods, and they can like tag off and tag in and out and like swap. It's like one is for defense and one is for offense, which I really like.
Yeah, that is cool. I just think they look kind of silly.
I personally like them. But
Yeah.
I'm also trash for cute magical girl outfits, and they're very unique and original. There's no other magical girl outfits that look like them.
Yeah, that is true. They are very unique.
This show has good design sense.
I like all the other character designs, just not hers. I don't know. But yeah, then Yuma frees Claris and Matoi, and they clean up.
Yeah, Matoi, or Claris just like electroshocks them all to death. And you're like, goodbye. And then she's just like, alright, I'm gonna leave, you probably should too, and she just goes to another dimension. It's like, I don't know why they didn't just follow her to the other plane and then live through those. Instead, they like transform back in the streets and they're like, where's the clothes you brought for us to change into? And they run into Shingo as they're trying to make their way out of the area, and he gets really angry. Like, were you like hiding out here again? It's like they could just say they got trapped in there, right? Like, and couldn't get out because they were there when it started falling, which is true. They were there when it started falling apart. Not their fault.
Yeah.
They were just in the shopping district. But Yeah, he's like, I can't lose you again, or like, I can't lose you. I'm glad you're safe, or whatever. And doesn't get angry, and it's all heartfelt.
Yeah. And then after that is just the teaser of next episode. And how it's going to be garbage.
It's the fan service episode. See, the fact that they were self-aware about it being this fan service episode gives me hope that it's just going to be like going into the tropes and then just making fun of them. Just like,
yeah,
come on, Clarence, we need to get you a bathing suit to swim. And it's like, why? And it's like, because that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe. But we will see.
Nice. I love the music in this episode, especially the music where when Yuma transforms and she goes to fight. The soundtrack music is so good.
Totally. I had that same note.
This guy, I'm really confused. I don't actually know who composed this because the credits for it, there is sound director and music, which are two different things. But it's like sound director is close to composer. I'm not sure. The sound director person hasn't actually done much in lots of their stuff. I'd be like, I think they probably just do sound. Because this other person actually says they're a composer. And has a lot more credits, so I guess they're a composer. But Jesus, they have a lot of credits. They did the music for Spider Riders.
Spider Riders?
Have you never heard of Spider Riders?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, I have to rewatch Spider Riders. So Spider Riders was a 2006 series with 26 episodes made by B-Brain and Cookie Jar Entertainment. It is an anime made for Canada, basically. It's like a PG anime made for Canada based off like some random other guy's writing or something. It's really weird, but it's like some magical kids battle thing with spiders. Giant mecha spiders that they ride. And there's 2 seasons, 26 episodes each. And I remember watching that as a kid, and I was like, yeah, Spider Riders, let's go. God, it's like mecha spiders. How'd you get better than that?
That sounds really weird.
Spider Riders. Fuck. Wait. Let me find the original, like, the behind. So, okay, Spider Riders is a series of science fiction novels first published in December 2004, written by Ted Anasty, Patsy Cameron Anasty, and Stephen D. Sullivan. He did books 2 to 3. The stories became the basis of the cartoon series, produced by Cookie Jar Entertainment and B-Train. 3 novels are titled Spider Riders, Shards of Oracle, Spider Riders, Reign of Soul Eater, and Spider Riders, Crest of the Earth. And it broadcast on Teletoon, This TV, and used to broadcast on Kids Warner Brothers. Koichi Mashimo co-directed the staff at B-Train with Takaki Ishiyama. Writer Yosuke Kuroda adapted the novels. Robert Pincombe and Shelley Hoffman wrote the English version. Like, they have slightly different versions, but yeah, it's an anime made between Canada and Japan, which I love. I don't even hear of B-Train anymore. It's really weird. But they worked on like the Dot Hack Sign series and stuff, and they have a strong series in the Yuri fandom because they portray a lot of strong female leads with speculatively ambiguous relationships.
Oh,
they also did Metabots.
Oh,
Hack Sign, which actually has lesbians in it too, as shown at the end. They worked on Tsubasa Chronicles. I'm like, I've never heard of B-Train. They worked on Avenger. What the fuck? They worked on Murder Princess, Blade of the Immortal. They haven't worked on much lately.
Yeah.
And last thing was in 2011, Hyogamono, whatever that is.
I think that means that company is probably not around anymore.
Yeah. Other participations. The following work is a company for hire. Okay, it sounds like they do a lot of like company for hire background animation stuff. They worked on Gurren Lagann, Angel Beats, Bakken Test, Afro Samurai. Yeah, I think they just hired to do a lot of like extra stuff. And they work on some games too, yeah, doing in between and stuff. Other divisions. I actually, no, they're probably gone. They're probably not around anymore. It's
B-Train is a great name for a company. It's like two nonsense words that don't make any sense together, but it's great.
Yeah. So it looks like their divisions are defunct, but their parent company was Production IG, which is still around. So they're technically division of Production IG. So they're probably just under the Production IG name again. That's probably why I didn't know they had done those shows. Is I just knew Project IG worked on them or something.
Yeah.
Their website's still up though.
Oh.
Hasn't had any news updates since 2012. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, sorry, I got distracted by Spider Riders, of all things. Spider Riders! You don't understand how good it was. Okay? God damn, I have to rewatch this now. I have to see some Spider Riders.
Yeah. We'll watch that for next season.
Yeah, for sure. All 50 episodes. 52 episodes.
Oh god, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, I forgot. They had a different opening for the North American opening. Yeah. And it's so North American openings in 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'm gonna just play this and also send it to you.
Okay.
Oh god, I opened it twice when we do.
In this inner world, elite warriors ride huge spiders and bravely fight against evil. When the wicked rise,
so
the word
cheesy,
goes out,
I love it.
Calling all Spider Riders.
This sounds and looks very 2000.
Yeah, it's like 2006, based off novels from 2004. The rap, though.
Oh, it's music. Oh, this is awful.
I love it. Fight me. Fight me. Meet me behind the Tesco in the next 5 minutes. Bring a fucking spider. You'll need it.
Oh, this is...
Oh my god, yes. Yes. The voice acting was amazing, too.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know if the plot was exactly the same between English and Japanese, because sometimes those would change, but I think it's pretty similar, because it's hard to, like, completely change it.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no, damn, there's good female characters in the show, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn, my childhood come back to haunt me. I think Akun was like my favorite character. Yeah. That's who I think it was. I don't know. I can't remember. Fucking Grasshop. Everyone hates Grasshop. I remember Grasshop. Okay, I need to find like they don't have all the they don't have the English voice actors and actresses for someone like who did Corona. Oh, they have the Japanese and the Italian voice actors, but not the English.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, the English though. Some of them I'm like, who the fuck did this? Like, because I don't think they did like much other stuff. But they actually hired like Japanese actors to do a lot of the English voices too, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Right, like there's not all. There was like one at least. Yeah, Tim Hamaguchi, who also did voices in the Slam Dunk and Saint Seiya dub. He was Pegasus in Saint Seiya. Okay, that's why I recognize him. But yeah, like you have some who like the only other thing they did was like a random side character in Sailor Moon and then Beyblade. Like it's that era where it's like you recognize them because like oh they were in Beyblade and Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Oh, this person also did Claire Redfield in one of the Biohazard games, Degeneration, or maybe it's a show. Yeah, a bunch of them were in Beyblade and Bakugan Battle Brawlers as well. That's like nice. All, and Saint Seiya. Like it's like the same group of people who did like all these shows in the 2000s. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now the guy who does the main Spider also did Metabee and Metabots. All of his voice acting career is just robots. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I forgot about Spider Rider's existence. I'm so glad it's back. Oh, I can't wait to watch this. Yes. Oh wait, here's the full cast. Some don't have. There's Corona. I've been like, who did Corona again? Stacy DePass. Doesn't say a lot of the stuff she did. Oh, she did some Untold drama series.
Yeah.
She did characters in Bakugan, Battle Brawlers, Saint Seiya as well, Beyblade. Yeah, they were all from like the same shows. Oh, wait. She did Nikki Wong in 16. My Child. Oh, and also Ruby Gloom. That's another show that existed that I have to rewatch. Ruby Gloom. I'm sorry. I'm going to be watching a lot of not anime and dubiously considered anime shows next week. Yeah, who cares about Matroy the Sacred Slayer? We're all about Spider Riders now. You're gonna hear about this until I'm done watching it, like for the next few seasons. Like, so I watched Spider Riders today, you know, like that's all it's gonna be. I'm sorry.
I can't wait for the weekly Spider Riders update.
Yeah, weekly Spider Riders. That's just gonna be a thing from now on for the next 52 weeks.
Oh boy. Buckle up.
We have to keep the podcast going for another 52 weeks just so I can talk about Spider Riders.
Yeah.
Another 4 seasons. And then from there we'll jump into something else. I'll just start talking about like Ruby Gloom or something. Oh no, then I can go into Cyber 6. Oh shit.
Cyber 6?
What? Cyber 6 is even weirder than Spider Riders. Spider Riders is an anime that's Canadian and Japanese made. Cyber 6 is an anime that is Canadian, Japanese, and Argentinian made.
Okay.
So Cyber 6 is an anime based off Argentinian comics, animated in Japan and written and voiced in Canada. And it's wild. It's weird. It's like the animation style is really cool, but there's a lot of stuff about like basically human experiments and like the creators, or like Dr. von Richter, who is literally like a mini Hitler and stuff. I think in the comics he's actually a clone of Hitler. But yeah, it's like basically they're fighting Nazis and trying to fuck up Nazis with and their evil genetic mutation plans. And it only had 1 season, but it deserved more.
Yeah.
I think the original writer, though, of the comics it's based on, there was like a lawsuit or something they had, not with the creators of the show, but with someone else who had stolen parts of it. So it, like, I guess the rights got really fishy, and I guess it didn't do well enough to get another season. But like in Canada, we have to play a certain amount of Canadian content every month, and so they kind of have certain slots where they just cycle through shows. So every once in a while, like every couple of years or so, Cyber 6 gets re-aired, and it's always like, Cyber 6, yes! So that is, I get it again, is my my childhood back. I need to get these comics. I actually really want to get these comics. Oh, they did a live action in Argentina. That's cool.
I'm looking this up, and apparently the studio that did Cyber 6 also did Mayashimon.
Yeah, of course. The animation style is so good.
Yeah. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to find the comics, so I don't think they have English releases.
Can
maybe find them online. 45 96-page comic books.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. Collections were released in French with 12. I can sort of read French. I could go for that. The original release. That's all the show stuff. Yeah. But it's like a 1999 show, and it's so good. The animation style is really cool. Yeah, okay, it's Dark Angel. They filed a lawsuit against James Cameron and Fox Broadcasting because their 2000 series Dark Angel, they said, plagiarized it. They said it stole most of the plot from the comic and it's recognizable stuff. Wow. But they couldn't finish it because they're just too kind of poor, like too poor kids, and they can't, or not poor kids, but like they don't have the money to go against someone like James Cameron and Fox. They couldn't. They just like dragged it out until they couldn't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you read about it, it sounds a lot like it was kind of ripped off from it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Cyber 6 is one of the first shows that really made me go, damn, what is gender? Because it's like, Cyber 6, she kind of like, has like crazy latex outfit, and it's kind of fan servicey, but then disguises herself as a male high school teacher by day.
Yeah.
And there's like this one guy who's like, I think another teacher or a police officer or something, and he keeps seeing this guy, like he kind of has a thing going on with Cyber 6, but then he also keeps seeing Julian, the male high school teacher, and it's kind of like, damn, am I gay? And it's like, it's really funny. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so the plot is Dr. von Richter, a member of the SS and Nazi Party genetic engineer who works at the concentration camps during World War II, implanting cybernetic organs in the bodies of dead prisoners in an attempt to resurrect them. So one of the Fuhrer's army, after they're defeated by the Nazis, he continues to use his experience in South America, because, I mean, everyone talked about how they fled to, like, Argentina and stuff. So it's basically, like, their way of saying, yeah, the Nazis fled here, but they're still fucking awful. If you see a Nazi, deal with them. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
It's crazy. It's a really wild ride, but it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I highly recommend Cyber 6 over Spider Riders, so I'll still say Spider Riders. Cyber 6 only sadly has 13 episodes. You can actually buy the DVD still. They're on Amazon, not super expensive. It's through Discotech Media. Yeah, yeah. No, it's like 41.50 Canadian. Oh wait, if you just 37. That's kind of average for a full TV show, especially one that old.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for Eastern Star. Weird. I guess that's the Canadian distributor for them. Yeah. Anyways, it's a 2014 re-release. What?
What?
Interesting. I didn't think it would to be a re-release. I thought it'd still be an old one. But yeah, Cyber 6 getting re-releases in 2014. Give us another season.
All right.
I'm gonna pull up the opening for this so people can see the animation, because it's really neat. It's got a really cool style about it. The hair is really obvious. It's a real mix of like anime and American comics. Like you can see it's like derived a lot from comics. It has like really fluid animation and big hair poofs. God, I forgot about this opening. But yeah, like the hair is all like these big squares and stuff. It's really weird.
Yeah, the animation style is very like North American.
Yeah, well, it's based off a comic though. It's Argentinian comics, but it's a very comic book art style.
Yeah.
But it's such fluid animation. It's so good.
Yeah, it looks so good. This song is a weird choice though.
Oh, it's a good song. And then they end with like the super late like 90s, early 2000s logo text. Alright.
Yeah, it's like we need a logo, so just, I don't know, Times New Roman font with a green glow.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, so, welcome to Canadian anime.
Yeah.
It exists.
Man, Canada's weird.
Yeah, Canada, when we want something weird or have a weird idea, we're like, let's get Japan involved. Like, we can trust them.
Yeah.
They'll agree with us that we should do this. Except then you have the other way where Japan's like, let's get Canada involved, and then you get stuff like that Gundam movie that totally doesn't exist.
Not sure what that is.
It was for the their 20th anniversary, I think. Yeah, it's not Age. It's a live action, and it's terrible. Why can't I not remember the name of this? I have to find it. I might not be on my anime list, that's why.
Was it G Savior?
Yes,
no.
G Savior.
Oh, yeah.
Gundam G Savior, god damn.
Oh, there's a video game of it.
I need that. So yeah, they have the acting was terrible. Yeah, it was along with Turn A Gundam supposed to be the centerpiece of their 20th anniversary celebration, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist because animation wasn't at the point to do live action mecha fights yet. So there's only one at the very end, like the last 5 minutes, and it's really awkward and clunky, and it's like, oh. It was very heavy on politics and stuff, which is actually interesting in its own right. It's just it wasn't very good, and it was all like Canadian like there's like no Asian actors basically, because it was just done in Canada, but it's based on stuff. I don't know why they were like, hey, Graham Campbell, whoever the fuck you are, let's do it. Oh wait, there was one Japanese actor, right? No, it wasn't. Wait, what?
Oh.
I saw Okuma and I thought it was, but no. They had a black female lead, so that was good. I actually remember her. I just saw the name though. I didn't remember the name. I'm like, oh wait, what did they? No, I don't think they had. Cause let me see. Dude, Logan, Kenan Walsh, Alfonso Taylor, Bloom, Hawkeye, Brendan. Yeah, they didn't have any Asian actors. It's directed by Glenn Campbell, who is apparently award-winning. Let's see what he said. Oh, he worked on Degrassi. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything here that would... No. No. Nico the Unicorn. Nico Unicorn. Yeah, none of it. All of this doesn't sound good. None of it sounds like anything actually good they've worked on. They haven't done anything since 2009 too.
Huh.
Yeah, I haven't heard. Maybe I've heard of the Odyssey. I haven't heard of like any of this garbage.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, actually, I think I might have heard of the Everest TV miniseries. I recognize the name, but it's just like, yeah, no. No. Right there.
I haven't heard of any of this stuff. It's all too Canadian for me.
Yeah. Oh, Shadow Raiders. That's another one. Shadow Raiders. This is like full Canadian CGI show about planets, right? And this monster planet. Do you know what Reboot is?
Yeah, I love Reboot.
Yeah, so all the character designs were created by the Reboot designer. So it looks a lot like Reboot. But so all their planets are like have been warring forever, but this new planet appears called the Beast Planet that just wants to destroy all the other planets and like eat them. So they kind of find, oh shit, all the planets have giant engines in them apparently. So they like fly their planets away to try to escape. And it's like basically them just being chased and ran down by this planet. And they find other planets, and some they try to save and find their engines. And if they can't in time, it dies, and they try to evacuate people. It's just like this huge war with this Beast Planet thing.
That sounds terrible.
It's actually great. Like you have some really good stuff, like political stuff, where like one planet, when they first just find them, they don't find the engines until it's too late and it's all going to be destroyed. So they've evacuated everyone to another planet, even though they used to all be enemies. They're now working together. This one has moons that like have cannons on them and can fly, so they've evacuated them all to one of the moons. And then the advisor, who was like all against it in the first place and realized he doomed his country or whatever, like single-handedly stays behind to like fly his burning molten planet into the Beast Planet to try to destroy it. And you get like shit like that. It's like, it's great. It's so good. One of the main characters is from a different planet that was already destroyed, and they're there to like try to warn them. Yeah. It's the one who finds the ship to fly away, and it's like you have the ice planet, the rock planet, the fire planet, and the poison planet. And the poison planet's so funny because everyone's just backstabbing assholes. Like, it's literally to be king, you just have to murder the other king. So it's like half of it's just like his own people trying to kill him, and he just like gets out of it from pure luck. It's a good show. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm looking at some screenshots of it, and it's very 1990.
Yeah, I'm so sad because it ended after the second season, but it's supposed to have a third that would have like answered all the major questions and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it could have. It could have.
Oh. Well, anyway, we end the podcast here, I guess. We've gone on a bit of a tangent.
Welcome to Canadian TV show. Do I have to get into Totally Spies? Is that where we go next? Totally Spies?
Yeah, that's sort of anime.
It's sort of anime. What about Total Drama and 16? Those are Canadian.
I'll take your word for it.
Did you guys get 16?
I
16
didn't.
was a good show.
I don't know.
16 was a good show. It's just a bunch of 16-year-olds in a mall getting jobs there. What the fuck is this promo art?
What?
Sorry, I searched it up and it came up with promo art that's like not what I have. Yeah, it had 93 episodes. What's it on Rotten Tomatoes? I can't find it. But like the same voice actors from 16 are in literally fucking everything Canadian. Like all the voice actors are also on the like oh god, what is that the show, the Total no, not, is it Total Drama Island? What the fuck is Total Drama Island? Is that the show I'm thinking of? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no, it's a parody of a reality show. It's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like it's a parody of Survivor and stuff, which apparently it has a shit ton of seasons, like way too many, because there's Total Drama Island, then Total Drama Action, which had a bunch of the same characters. There's Total Drama World Tour, Total Drama Revenge of the Island, and Total Drama All Stars, Total Drama Pakatu Island. And there's a season 6 coming.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's actually a pretty good parody. At least I didn't see anything but the first season, but the first season was a really good parody of like those reality shows. Like, it's actually great. It's basically they take. So, like, the host is basically just the biggest asshole you can have, and he's just, like, an asshole to all the competitors, like, constantly. It's hilarious. How many people were there again? I think there's, like, 22 characters, and they all kind of get moments. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Oh.
What the fuck?
What?
I just found something interesting. For every season, the show's producers create 2 alternate endings for the final episode with who wins, and they'll play different ones in different countries.
Oh, wow. It's like the ending of the Clue movie.
The person I wanted to win was only the runner-up, but they won in Finland, Norway, Poland, Romania, and Sweden. I need to find that. I need to find the Finnish version. Abby can get me. Okay, I need Abby to cook me up with that. Oh shit. Yeah. That's exciting to know. My character did win, just in another country. Anyways, yeah, okay, I know you tried to end it earlier, and I was like, no, let me talk about Canadian TV longer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I hijacked this podcast.
Yeah, we'll end the podcast and we'll just go watch actual Canadian TV now.
Yeah. This is a Canadian TV podcast from now on.
Yeah. We'll have to come up with a new bad pun name. Ooh. So yeah, this has been Shenanimegans, season 3 of 6.
Totally about anime.
Definitely 100%.
Tune in next week where we discuss episode 7 of Shadow Raiders and Spider Riders. Yeah.
Yep. See you next week.
Have a good night, everyone. Or it's night here now that we do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For real though. Take care.
Goodbye.